Hi, I'm Ray Talabas II, back again for another cigar review off of a very long hiatus. I haven't shot a review in about a year and a half. What a strange and kind of like trying time it's been since my last review. My last review was before COVID, so at least a year and a half, I would imagine. A lot of things have happened in the world during the past year and a half. We just celebrated September 11, 20th anniversary for September 11. Um, just seeing those videos again of the airplanes flying into the Twin Towers and the Twin Towers eventually falling down. It was a reminder of a time 20 years ago that was just so traumatic. And the traumas haven't stopped this year. A lot of things are going on around the world, a lot of problems around the world. But hey, it's been a trying year and a half, especially since COVID started. And I figure that maybe I'll just shoot this cigar review. I had recently opened up my YouTube channel again, and I have about 5 cigar reviews on there right now. And so people can watch that too. This is my first new review in about a year and a half, 2 years. So I hope you guys enjoy it, especially maybe give you some solace and happiness during a very trying time that we're going through with all these hurricanes and earthquakes and forest fires in California and the West Coast and flooding. I think people need some a little bit of something to maybe entertain them and make them happy. Even if you aren't a big cigar smoker, I do include other things in my review, such as beverages and smoking a cigarette, Marlboro Red 100. But I hope everyone is well out there in the world. I mean, I'm not naive enough to know that there's a lot of problems in the world, but I hope the best for everybody. This cigar review is for you. I picked out a very nice cigar for this review. It's from Tatuaje, a company owned by Pete Johnson. Um, so the cigar for the review today is the Tatuaje La Verita or La Verite 2013. La Verite, I believe in French or in Latin, means the truth. It's a very special cigar. This one, it Pete Johnson's been known to be a wine lover, and he somehow got the idea about making a cigar just like some wines from a single vintage and a single farm. So a lot of wines are made that way. I believe he has a love for French wines too. You might think of Beaujolais. I think is made that way from a single farm and a single vintage. I believe most wines are made from a single vintage. Um, but his La Verite 2013, or actually all the La Verites, are made from a single farm in Nicaragua from a single year or vintage. So those are the similarities between his cigar La Verite and some special wines that are made in that similar fashion. Tatuaje Pete Johnson is in association with the Garcias, Don Pepin. The farm from which this is made is owned by and tended and farmed by Don Pepin, and he selects one farm from his inventory, and then like grows the tobacco for the La Verite from a single year, and then it's aged at least 1 year. So this La Verite is from 2013. That's the cigar for today. It's a Nicaraguan Puro, obviously, being from one farm from Nicaragua, meaning that the wrapper, binder, and filler are all from Nicaragua. It's a Nicaraguan Puro. It's a very special tatuaje. MSRP is $20. I think that's pretty much what I paid for this special cigar. Definitely a special occasion cigar. Something that you would pull out for like maybe a wedding, special anniversary, birth of a first child, birthday, whatever you feel like, or you could just smoke it for whenever you want to smoke it. So, along with the cigar, I'm trying to expedite this beginning part of the video. I've been drinking some beverages, some good old American water, or agua in Spanish, some sencha green tea, hot green tea, drinking a beer, good old Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, very appropriate for this review. Gotta love the High Life, even though it's spilling everywhere. I guess it's happy to see me. And the last beverage is going to be a blended Scotch beverage, although part of the equation includes two single malts. The first Scotch would be the Johnny Walker Red, Johnny Walker Black, Talisker Storm, and the old Glenlivet Founders Reserve. I'm going to be like using about an ounce and a half of each of those scotches and blending them together. I do that mostly because I need to preserve the volume of some of these bottles. It turns out well, and then I'll add a little twist of lime and make a little bit of a Rob Roy out of it. Anyway, that's to review the Tatuaje La Verite 2013. La Verite being a single vintage, single farm cigar, and it's made in the tradition of like winemaking because Pete Johnson loves wine, and that was his inspiration. It's a $20 cigar, and I think that it should be very. I've never had this cigar before, that's why I'm excited to review it, and I hope you enjoyed this review. And gonna take a break, finish my cigarette, and like I said, I hope everyone is doing well out there. I know it's a trying time these days. I hope you can find some enjoyment from this review. And believe me, I hope only the best for everybody. And if you're in real trouble out there, you know, you're in my prayers. All right, gonna take a break. Peace. Okay, back again. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Ni hao ma. How are y'all doing out there? Again, this is a cigar review after a bit of a hiatus. It's my first one back from this hiatus. The cigar is the Tatuaje La Verite 2013. It's I would say this is a Corona Gorda size. Looks to be about 5 3/4 inches, maybe 6 inches, by a 47 ring gauge. Looks to me like this cigar is about, I want to say it's a natural color, meaning like a brownish cocoa color. You sniff it. Ooh, a very beautiful kind of floral tobacco aroma coming off the wrapper. Not too much coming off the foot. Beautiful cigar. Firmly packed. Nicely packed. It should have a good draw, I would imagine, because it's not too firm. And so that's a beautiful cigar. The Tatuaje La Verite 2013. Like I said before, this is a Nicaraguan Puro. The tobacco rolled into the cigar comes from one single farm in Nicaragua owned by Don Pepin Garcia and from one vintage or year. So go ahead and clip this little girl. Clip it, light it, rogue it. Like I said, I hope everyone is doing well out there. My best wishes for everybody. I wish I had a joke to tell or something to lighten everybody's mood out there, but I can't think. I can't seem to think of one. I was trying to think of one offshoot, but I just can't think of one right now. But like I said, I hope everyone's happy out there, or as happy as they can be under these circumstances. And like I said, best wishes. Kind of nutty. Kind of nutty. Tasting the clipped head. All right, let's go ahead and light this baby. Got a fan blowing in here. I don't know if that's going to affect this thing. Come on, baby. I brought multiple lighters out here because I'm telling you, my lighters are temperamental. This, this usually is pretty reliable, but like I said, my cigar lighters are temperamental. So actually brought 4 cigar lighters out here. This one works. So, like I said, I hope everyone's doing well out there, and I hope you guys find enjoyment from this cigar review. I'll try to be as informative and educational with this cigar as possible. Um, that's extremely nutty off the light. And as usual, after lighting the cigar, I like the edge of the foot. Like I've explained like 1,000 times before, I believe that this helps the burn line burn straight. So that's why I do it. I believe it works, but haven't done empirical test on it yet. Big lane. All right. If you count it, that was I use like 3 lighters to try to light this cigar because my lighters are they're temperamental. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they just are. Sometimes I want to light, sometimes I don't. All right, let's see what the first straw is like. Mmm. Wow, that's good. Wow, it kind of reminds me of Dominican. There's a certain nuttiness and like brown nuttiness, and wow, this tastes like a lighter color than this natural color wrapper should impart. But oh, it's just a first draw, but I enjoyed it. It was very nutty, kind of like a brownish tobacco nuttiness. Um, a little rough around the edges, but not that rough though. Power through the retrohale. Um, a little bit of cedar through the retrohale, and a little bit of brown tobacco. Hold on a sec. A little bit of technical difficulty there, but it's a very nice cigar. Hmm. Power through the draw out. Very nice. Pair it with a little bit of Miller High Life. Gotta love Miller High Life, man. The champagne of beers. Just wonderful. And a little bit of green tea, water. So it's just been a I mean, everyone tries to like find some kind of like diversion through social media or the internet, and I do that. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm not big into social media. Um, I mean, I guess you could discern that from the fact that I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on like Twitter or whatever. I just I just never kind of like bought into it. But everyone has to find a way, or TikTok for that matter. Everyone has to find a way to kind of have a diversion in these days. You know what I mean? Because everything has become so serious. Especially politically. Um, the tensions are running high in this country and around the world, and people need to find a way to like divert their attention, to stay sane during these times or whatever. Um, I mean, I'm guilty. I watch a lot of news, But my guilty pleasure is watching um, like either inside what is it, Insider, Food Insider or something, and like Food Paradise and New Day Cleveland. I mean, like these are mostly shows about like restaurants and food, and for some weird reason, these things kind of like interest me and pulls my attention away from like more serious matters. But I do like watching the news. I like to see what's happening out there, and it's just that it's getting hot. You know what I mean? Literally and figuratively around the world, and just all we can do is hope and pray for the best and entertain ourselves. That's why I'm shooting this video review. Is that I want to do something that might entertain you. To you guys out there. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. I mean, like my favorite beers are Budweiser and Sol. I mean, like if you follow me at all, those are my favorite beers. Are My two favorite beers are Budweiser and Sol, and they're both lagers, and I think that's probably what I mean. I preferably like lagers best, but I mean, don't pigeonhole me there because I do love darker beers like the old Newcastle and Anchor Steam and Guinness. I love those beers dearly, but you know, I love I love Yingling, but my two favorite beers are Budweiser and Sol. And I love the old here see you guys again. Gives me an excuse to drink. I love the old High Life, Miller High Life. Cheers. All right, so let me we're into the first third of this cigar. Tasting notes. Let me draw on the cigar, and I'll tell you what the tasting notes are again. I'm getting like brown bread and bread toast. A little bit of cedar. A little bit of power fume. Very delicious. Very actually, it's very elegant. It is elegant. Um, I would say the in terms of the cigar components, the body is about medium plus right now, although we're just in the first third. The flavor is medium full, and the strength is right there at medium. Uh, as far as burn and draw are concerned, the burn is very good. No problem with it right now, although we're just in the first third. And the draw is very good. The draw is very full, easy, producing good amount of smoke. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna hit another break. One more cheers to you guys. Cheers to you all around the world. God's love. So I'm gonna smoke the rest of this cigar down to the second third. I'll give you tasting notes and cigar component notes after the break. All right, you all take care out there. I wish you only the best and happiness and peace. God's blessings, my friends. Hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Ni hao ma. How y'all doing out there again? Back again for the second third of this review for the Tatuaje La Verite 2013 Corona Gorda. Smoking beautifully. Over the break, through the retrohale, I was getting a lot of leather, a lot of brown bread, cedar. Um, Through the draw out, I was getting leather again, brown bread, roasted corn. Very interesting flavors. Sweetness and sugar and sweetness was introduced, along with, I think I said brown bread already. Just a wonderfully elegant cigar. One thing I noticed about the La Verite, this particular sample, is that it likes to be drawn very slowly. It likes to be smoked very slowly and gently. And it rewards you with some very beautiful flavors. Very elegant cigar. Very elegant, very gentle, though the flavors are very good and strong. Smoking components for this cigar. Body is body is medium full. Flavor is low end of full, and strength is right there at medium. Construction for the cigar, the draw is just fine. Very easy and full, and the burn is good. Haven't had to touch this up once. So I mean, the components are very good, and the construction is very good. I would give the construction an A. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of brown bread right now, and there's a floralness to this too. So see what it's like through the retrohale. It's hard to describe that. I'm getting like pencil lead, I think, and charcoal, and cedar and brown bread. I think that's what I'm getting from the retrohale. Just a beautifully elegant cigar, definitely worthy of a special occasion. $20 smoke, worth it. This is one of the premier brands for Tatuaje and Pete Johnson, if not the premier brand for Pete Johnson and Tatuaje. Worth every penny. Very delicious. Very complex and very elegant. Got a lot of brown bread, tobacco. Spice is good. It's not that spicy, but it's pretty spicy. I would say spicy is about a medium. That was very complex tobacco. Very delicious. Very elegant. All right, so let's go ahead and make that blended scotch, blends of blended scotch and single malt scotch. Um, Hold on a sec here. All right, so this is my version um, of a blended Scotch Rob Roy. The first Scotch we have is Johnny Walker Red, which is a blended Scotch from. They're all from Scotland, actually. You should know that. I mean, Scotland. I'm gonna put only about an ounce, maybe an ounce and a half per bottle here. Um, so that was a Johnny Walker Red. Um, Let me go ahead and next Scotch will be another blended Scotch, the Johnny Walker Black Label. Another ounce of this, or an ounce and a half, I guess, or whatever. I'm running out of space here. I I love Scotch. I love Scotch very much. So the next one is good old Talisker Storm single malt Scotch from the Isle of Skye. Very peaty. If you like peat forward Scotches, this is a beautiful single malt for peat. Just wonderful. Just another ounce here. Um, yeah, this is one of my favorite Scotches actually, Talisker Storm. Just a wonderful, wonderful single malt. And then, last but not least, the good old Glenlivet Founders Reserve. Another single malt. Another ounce of this or two. Um, this is good. And the last component to this blends of the single malts and blends is a squeeze of lime. Squeeze the old lime in here. Get every little last drop. This should be wonderful. This is my version of a Rob Roy. The blends of single malt and blended Scotch. Drop the old uh, twist in there. And cheers! L'chaim. Kampai. To all the people in the world, I wish you peace and well-being and happiness. Cheers. That is good. Little touch of peat at the end. Oh, it's just wonderful. I could drink a lot of this. Just wonderful. So that's my version of a Rob Roy with blends of single malt and blended Scotch. Very nice. Very delicious. Back to the La Verite. I'm tasting cedar and brown bread and leather through the retrohale. That's beautiful. Beautiful, complex, full body. The body is getting heavier. Body's becoming full. Flavor is full, and the strength is getting heavier. It's getting the medium plus, medium full. Just wonderful. Wow, that is a beautifully elegant, though full-bodied cigar. So I want to touch on a subject. Recently, I've been seeing this on the news, and it concerns friends, especially during this time, the current times, and especially throughout COVID. It seems to me that there's been an issue that has involved friends. I think the trend is that people have fewer friends now than they did 10 years ago. And this leads to a little bit of isolation for some people, and and it's disconcerting to a lot of people because um, people need company. You know, we need friends. We need friends to feel like kind of like almost friends can almost be like self-affirming, meaning that they can affirm how you feel about things when they agree with you. And we're just people. We need friends. But but I was seeing that on the news that people have fewer friends now than 10 years ago, and it's distressing them. I know about myself. I have a small group of friends, um, but I only consider maybe one or two of them to be like really good friends or best friends. And best friends are a treasure, because they only want the best for you. Best friends are like that. Best friends, they only want the best for you, and they're the kind of people that will tell you the truth. Whether you're right or wrong, they'll stick by your side no matter what, but they will always tell you the truth about you know whether what you're doing is wrong or right, and still be supportive. And like I said, best friends and really good friends are like treasure, and I think everyone should treasure their best friends and really good friends. And do whatever you can to tell them that. I mean, there's nothing better than communication. When you can talk to somebody and tell them the truth and still be supportive, I mean, there's no better medicine to to your life than someone telling you the truth about what you're doing is right or wrong, and still be supportive and know that they'll always be there. That's why I say best friends and really good friends are like treasure. Like I said, I have a small group of friends, but I only have one or two best friends or really good friends. So, but I mean, like my friends, it's good to have a good time with them. I mean, they're not going to hurt me because they're my friends. So it's good to have a circle of friends. It'd be great to have a lot of great, best friends or whatever. But I mean, that's not my case anyway. Um, I'm a relatively intelligent person, and I can discern, when a person isn't being real with me. And I lose those friends. When friends aren't being real with me, I just lose them. I mean, you can't trust those kind of people. Who's like a friend to your face, and then like they're not really your friends when you really need them. So I lose those kind of friends, and I have no regrets about that either. I'm a relatively intelligent person. You can't fool me. Your actions speak louder than words to those friends or ex friends. I don't need those kind of friends. I have my friends. And that's been a topic of discussion though on the news. I saw it on like CNN or whatever, or NBC, MSNBC. They're talking about people have fewer friends now than they ever had, and some people feel isolated, and I feel sorry for them. And I hope they do find friends. Friends can be a joy, you know. Sometimes friends are more precious than um, material things. You know, obviously you need both, but friends are invaluable. They can be life affirming. You know, everybody needs a little bit of self assurance. This is delicious though. This ravioli. So that's the topic of this cigar review. And I hope, I mean, especially during the time of COVID, where people are isolating to begin with, you know, um, I hope everyone can find their friends and and uh, and 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 appreciate them. I appreciate my friends. Ooh, also, corn, roasted corn is coming from the cigar too. I forgot to mention that it's a beautiful roasted corn flavor. All right, so We're basically past the midway point on this Tatuaje La Verite. I don't want to run this cigar review too much longer. I'm going to smoke the old La Verite 2013 down into the final third. I'll go ahead and give you some smoking notes on the cigar components and construction, and I'll give you a final grade on this cigar and recommendation. All right, like I said, I hope you guys are all doing well out there. This toast is for you all. I hope you find peace, safety, and happiness wherever you are in this world. I wish these things for you. Cheers. L'chaim. Chin chin. Come by. All right, gonna take a break. Catch you later. Hola, ¿qué tal? Ni hao ma. How are you all doing out there? Back into the final portion of the cigar review for the Tatuaje La Verite 2013 Corona Gorda. Smoking beautifully, very elegant. Um, what I was tasting, it's becoming very perfumey and floral, like a sweet flowers, which is very strange for tobacco, but it happens a lot to me with a lot of cigars I smoke. There's also leather and cedar and brown bread, spice, and, and a little bit of charcoal. Just wonderful. Just beautiful. A lot of tobacco there. Drink some green tea, some water. So let me tell you what I tasted over the break, along with some construction notes and some cigar component property notes. Like I said before, through the retrohale, I was getting perfume, leather, cedar, brown bread, and the roasted corn it seemed to have left on the draw out. I was getting perfume, leather, cedar, brown bread, brown tobacco. Very, very, very elegant and tasty. Very good cigar, which should kind of give you a hint on where I'm going with my grade for this cigar and the conclusion of this episode of cigar reviews for me. Um, Forgot to mention, like, did I mention my name? My name is Ray Talabas II. If you haven't seen me before, I do cigar reviews on YouTube and over the internet. That's what I'm doing right now. This is the Tatuaje La Verite 2013 Corona Gorda. Very beautiful cigar. A lot of rich tobacco. A lot of rich tobacco, a little charcoal, um, spice, leather. Very beautiful. So I hope you guys found some some uh, some nutrition for the soul when I was talking about friends and friendships and how we need each other. Um, I mean, we all have our way of like kind of like having self defenses and like putting up walls around ourselves when it comes to like protecting our personal lives. Um, it's hard to let people in sometimes. But, but friends can be an invaluable resource. They're more than resources. I mean, it's a two-way street where you give to them and they give to you. I hope more people out there find meaningful friendship relationships. That's what I hope for everybody out there. So that's the conclusion of my little talk about the issue of friendship during the time of COVID and the 2020s. But beautiful cigar. Leather, cedar, and brown bread. Just full complex tobacco there. So let me leave you on an inspirational note. Uh, this happened to me about 30, 35 years ago. So it was a while ago. And I was at a gas station and I was wearing a blue pullover Gap sweatshirt. And another man was there filling up his car with gas too. And he starts talking to me and then he says, "Do you know what Gap stands for?" And I had no idea. And then he said, "Gap stands for God answers prayers." God answers prayers. And that's my inspirational note to you guys. You know, I mean, if there's a way out for some people, it's through prayer, I think. And that's my inspirational note for you all. And I hope it was good. I hope it was informative. So try to leave you on an inspirational good note. So this is my Rob Roy, which is to me Scotch and a twist of lime and ice. Um, my toast to you, my toast to America, and my toast to the rest of the world. God's love. Cheers. Lahayum. Chin chin. Kampai. Delicious. That is really good. Very dangerous because like it doesn't taste very much of alcohol, even though I probably put in like 6 ounces of spirit in there or scotch. One last draw on this cigar, and then we'll say our fond farewells. Rich, complex tobacco and perfume and flowers. All right. So let me end this review the way I usually end my reviews. I wish everyone in the world only the best. Good health, good wealth, good fortune, good friends, and most importantly, family. You all take care out there. May you have peace, happiness, and good fortune. God's love always. Good day.